I personally would not take my car anywhere else. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you very much for stopping in. Happy Sunday to you. Well, at least I think this video is going to go up on Sunday, but nonetheless, another good one for you, and it's based on a question that I get all of the time, which is a legitimate question, and that is, who is the best tuner, or who are the best tuners for the Nissan Infiniti platforms? Well, that's a great question. We're going to talk about it. There are a bunch of shops that you can go through across the country that will be able to tune these cars, but there are very few that are known as the best, or that come across highly recommended through all the platforms, whether it's Facebook groups or the forums or Instagram, YouTube, whatever the case may be. There are a few names that you always see popping up, and those with the highest recommendations, if you will. They all sort of have their own areas of expertise, or their own areas of specialty, specialization, or a platform that they focus on in particular. But it is impossible, for me anyway, to rank them. Now I'm going to do a top five. The top five Nissan Infiniti tuners across the United States, around the world, let's say. They just happen to be all here in the United States. I'm going to say the top five, but it's impossible for me to rank them 5 through number 1. And this is because they're all really, really good at what they do, and they come highly recommended from a number of people through the years. And I'll end the video with a couple of honorable mentions as well for various reasons. But let's get started. So in no particular order, number 5, again, no particular order. Don't take this as a ranking per se, but the first one I'm going to say, number 5, is Racebox Go. Racebox on Instagram. Really, really knowledgeable, really friendly dude. Seems like, or he's actually said, this is Hussein Boxwala, he said that their bread and butter really is the VR30 platform. They've gotten some great results out of the VR30, the 3.0T. Approaching 480 horsepower, 515 foot-pounds of torque. EcuTech Master Tuners based out of Houston, Texas. Again, that's Racebox Go, Racebox on Instagram. Check them out. Really good results on the VR30 platform, but they do some VQ tuning as well. Recommended. The next tuner I'm going to mention is Monsef from Admin Tuning. Admin Tuning out of Houston, Texas. Really well known. You guys bring him up all the time in the videos, so there's really, obviously he's going to be included in this list. A lot of good reviews, a lot of really excellent results. Admin Tuning offers some of their own parts, whether it's intakes or test pipes. They do some VR30 tuning there as well. I've seen some GTRs on the dyno, but what you really see a lot of coming out of Admin Tuning is VQ platforms, whether it's G35, 350Zs, 370Zs, G37s, some Q50s, and I think his wife even has a 37 Q50.
I'm in Houston, Texas, but I tune remotely all the time. I can tune with uprev on NA and boosted cars, turbo and supercharged and nitrous and all motor cars.
You really see a lot of nasty Z cars coming out of Admin Tuning, and of course, he's known for throwing some big ass flames. So if that is of interest to you guys, definitely check out Admin Tuning. Another thing is remote tuning. A lot of shops will do remote tuning across the country. However, Admin seems to do a really good job and does a lot of it. So if you're interested in getting an EcuTech or uprev tune, but you don't live anywhere near a tuner, which can happen oftentimes, check out Monsef at Admin Tuning. Number 3 on the list, AMS. If you have been around Nissan or Infiniti for any length of time, I have no doubt in my mind whatsoever that you've heard of AMS Performance. They have a range of their own AMS Performance parts, of course. They seem to really specialize in this VR30 platform. You see some really crazy cars come out of AMS. Some of you might be familiar with Daily Q50. Check them out at Daily Q50 on Instagram, with one of the fastest Q50s around. running low 10s in the quarter mile on the street, which is insane. But AMS has also produced they produced the first GTR to go 7s in the quarter mile, which is insane as well. If I haven't said it, they're based out of the Chicago area, and again, AMS Performance, really well-known brand in the industry across these platforms. Well-trusted, tons of great results, high-quality stuff, and good people. So check them out if you're in that area. Again, I want to reiterate the fact that this list is assembled in no particular order, but number 2 happens to be Z1 Motorsports. Of course, Z1 Motorsports is so well known in the Nissan and Infiniti world with their own branded parts, as well as, providing parts from other providers and vendors as well. But they've produced a number of really high performing cars out of their shop. John at Z1 Motorsports is an excellent tuner, and you'll have no doubt that if you have Z1 tune your car, you'll be happy with the results. Whether you have a G35 or a 370Z or a G37 or Q50, it doesn't matter. They'll be able to tune it for you. Whether you've gone forced induction on an old G37, they can help you out, and they've got some, again, crazy results coming out of there. High quality stuff, great people. They're based in Georgia, outside of Atlanta. They can help you out. Great tuner, highly recommended. Number 2 on this list. And again, no order. There's no order. If I haven't mentioned it, there's no particular order to this list, but I've saved one for number 1 because of my personal experience, and I personally would not take my car anywhere else. And that shop, of course, is in the Charlotte, North Carolina area, SOHO Motorsports. Nick and George, great guys at SOHO Motorsports, and Nick is a master when it comes to tuning cars, whether you're in a VQ37, you're in the VR30 platform. They've pumped out some really impressive GTRs. Again, this is another shop you can take your car to, or you can ask questions, and you will be really pleased with the results or the support that they provide. They've been in the industry a really long time. I would say they're VQ specialists, but they have done a lot of amazing work when it comes to turbocharging the VQ platform. So we see some really awesome numbers from G37s. They themselves, I believe, still have the world record for the fastest 370Z in the quarter mile, and that is a big turbo 370Z.
Let's go!
They also have some of their own branded parts available, which is really cool. I like being able to go to a tuner that has some parts that they manufacture themselves that they can recommend. But one thing I like about SOHO is they're not going to blow smoke. They're not going to try to push you onto their own products. They're going to tune your car and get the most out of it, no matter whose parts you have installed, whether it's test pipes, intakes, catback systems. It doesn't matter. They want to get the most out of your vehicle, and I appreciate that very much as a consumer. And again, the support that they can provide is excellent. They're highly recommended across the board. You won't hear anything but good things about SOHO Motorsports. And me personally, having experience with their shop, tuning my car for the first time and then changing some things up and having them retune it, I couldn't be more pleased, and I'll be going back to SOHO Motorsports in the future, whether it's with this car or other cars that we bring onto the channel. But I trust them personally, and I do not hesitate whatsoever recommending SOHO Motorsports as number 1 on the list. And again, there's no order, but SOHO is number 1 on my list. I mentioned at the beginning of the video that I had a couple of honorable mentions, and I do. One I will say is Saul from Nismo Knights in Southern California. I don't know a lot about the shop, but I've seen some good numbers come out of there. You can check them out on Instagram. But I've seen that name pop up on several occasions when people are asking about tuners in the California area, and that happens only for a reason. Referrals are the best proof of people being pleased with a service or a product, right? Because I don't personally know about them, extensively, I can't necessarily recommend, especially on a top 5 list per se, but because of some of the attention that they've gotten and some of the recommendations that I've seen come across. I'd include them as an honorable mention. The second honorable mention, or the final honorable mention that I will list, is Brandon at B-Tuned Performance. B-Tuned Performance has really made a name for themselves, or have started establishing themselves across the Nissan Infiniti world in terms of tuning, especially over the last couple of years. I'm not sure how long they've been in the business. I think relatively recently, but I've seen a lot of great stuff come out of the shop. Specializing really in the VR platform, it appears, but I think they've done some VQ tuning as well. A lot of great reviews, really responsive in the Facebook groups and engaged in the community, which is important. And for that reason, or for these reasons, I would include B-Tuned Performance on the list as an honorable mention. Let me know in the comment section below if you guys have experience with any of these tuners mentioned in this video, and leave a quick review. Keep it pleasant. If you have complaints, let's not go crazy. This isn't what this video is for. But if you've had personal experience with some of these shops, I'd be happy to hear it, because obviously we want to educate the community, and there's a lot of people that are just jumping into these platforms wanting to know what the next steps are. And I think establishing a relationship with a tuner that you plan to go with is an important step in the process. Guys, I almost forgot to mention the giveaway. I'm going to be giving away... God, do I want to give this thing away? Yeah, I guess I do. I'm going to give away the front LED Infiniti emblem for the Q50. I think it's the 2014 to 2017 front emblem, and this is just the white LED, and it is a gloss black emblem with a gloss black background. This is the LED emblem that I did the installation video on several months ago from Jalisco's Carbon Fiber. Keep things easy. I'm going to make that a separate giveaway video, so stay tuned for that one coming out. Maybe it'll be tomorrow or the next day, but it'll be a dedicated video to where we can accumulate all of the comments, which get you entered. So make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell as well, because you don't want to miss out on this opportunity. Again, it's going to be the white LED gloss black emblem, the gloss black with the white LED surround. Okay, and again, that's going to be a dedicated video, so you want to stay tuned so you get to that video and you make sure you enter to win. I'll give all the instructions in that dedicated video. You shouldn't have any questions. It should all be very clear. I thank you guys very much for the support. Again, we'll see you in the next video.